Maximus Analysis here for June 22nd, 2016, and we have the Brexit, I think that's what they call it, which is causing a lot of indecision and a lot of false signals and a lot of tight ranges. Today was, they were in yesterday's range a lot, got above it and slammed it down. I'll show you on the intraday time frame. That was the daily. They got above the intraday and basically just, slammed it down once they got above these highs. Again, a lot of people thought they were going to need to go out, and I had a level of 20.93 and a half. I said maybe they could go to that, but I still didn't like the price action going in overnight. And you could see from Sunday, okay, this is going into Thursday, how choppy it has been. You just draw some, just visually draw some lines like this, and you could see how choppy it has been. I mean, again, the futures opened up 6 o'clock on Sunday, and from today it's just been in this sideways range. It's not a day that has really or a range that is again, you could get great trades. I will not say anything like that, but again, it's all tightening for this Britex meeting or vote to see if Britain's going to stay in the EU. Either way, we got to just look at the price levels and say at the end of the day, we have price levels of 2082, 2093 and a half, I believe, and they didn't really touch any of them. They just was very sideways, and we got a bunch of really small candles, and we'll see what happens tomorrow into Friday. I really can't call it because, again, I don't want to say they're going to break down or break up. I just, again, don't want to see them break 2022 if you're on the bear side. I mean, excuse me, on the bull side. And you want them to hold this if you're on the bull side. You want it to break this if you're on the bear side. Going all the way to the weekly on the ES. Again, you can see where we are. Are we in a tight flag for more upside potential, or are we having actually a false breakout here for them to break back below? Only time will tell. Again, we could even look at the monthly, which I do talk about extensively, and see what's going on in regards to where we are. Okay, we're in one of the most epic rallies since February. Has not been seen in 90 years, but that doesn't mean that they don't continue it up. Let's take this off so you can kind of see the price action. Take a lot of this little stuff off, and we just have to see. Again, I don't know if they're just going to continue up, how much more they have in the gas tank, but they broke one low, the monthly low last month, and this month I don't know where they're going to go. Again, it's still a very open candle. You have another 8 days left in the month, so let's see what happens from there. So very difficult trading indeed, because again, if you look at just the candlesticks, you would say, all right, you got one shooting star inside day, another kind of shooting star. Oh, it looks bearish. Well, we'll see. Again, they have a very big announcement that's going to be put in place, and the markets will move accordingly. Very difficult, to say the least. Let's look at the NQ. And kind of the same thing that we have set up this little triangle here, higher lows, lower highs. They got to break one way or the other. I said, listen, just because they break down below this, especially on the daily time frame, they could recapture this very quickly. They would want, if you're on the bear side, you want this level of 4,300 to be broken. If you're on the bull side, you just want that to be held and then continue to the upside, maybe with an overnight gap up or something like that, based on, I think they vote on Friday, decision. But I think they don't vote Thursday, and then you'll kind of see what happens on Friday. It's annoying to say the least, because again, we've had, over the past 2 years, we've had China, we've had Greece, and none of these things have panned out. So I'm trying my best not to be bearish at all, actually, and just be using price action to kind of tell me where they're going to go versus having a bias, a bearish bias. Because when I'm bearish, I'm usually looking for a bottom, and if I'm super bullish, I'm kind of telling myself time to calm down. So let's see what happens. Again, YM, same type of deal that we've been watching. Again, they haven't gotten back above this midpoint, which we've seen has been respected so far. And we have lower highs, but we also have higher lows as well. This one isn't as pronounced as the NQ, but we will continue to watch this. CLQ contract, again, had EIA report today, and it's a very interesting move right here because they did break below. And if you know crude, you know crude can move a lot. And they regained, again, they flushed it down pretty hard intraday. This is the intraday time frame, but again, this is the covering into the close, and then they're going to be sideways. So we want to see this, if this 48 and a quarter, 48 and a half is going to be held overnight, and where they're going to go, because again, a lot of people are looking at this for the buy. If you're looking to buy it, you need to have this 46 level hold. Okay, and then you're looking for more upside potential. To just show you how things can look kind of different based on time frame, let's look at the crude on the weekly time frame, and you can see that it's kind of in no man's land right now. You have, if you're a candlestick guy, you have your shooting star, but then you followed up immediately with a hammer type of movement, and now you have just indecision. So maybe it's another thing that's waiting for the markets, I'm not sure. But it broke above, and now we want to see, again, you want this 48 and a half level, which would be this last week's low of 46.40. Don't shoot me. So again, we want to watch that level to see if it's held, and then it will continue this downside potential. But right now it's just kind of sideways. And if you're looking to buy for a long-term hold, let's see what, again, I'll put out some stuff in this newsletter that I'm putting out this week in regards to some turn dates that you can kind of look at in the future for a potential setup or where things are going to be going. But right now we have to continue to watch where this where these names are going. You had Apple, excuse me, kind of, again, it's in a weaker type position. You see this channel that we've posted, and it's a little bit better to see on the weekly time frame. They're coming to test the 200-day moving average, and right now I'm not a buyer of Apple, and the short you would currently have to be in it. So we'll continue to watch from there. Amazon, again, it's moving sideways, but it's not breaking any severe pivots whatsoever. So it's a little long in the tooth in regards to getting a long in, but I would avoid trying to even, I don't want to. If you want to gamble, that's fine. Just use a position size that you have no problem with saying, all right, it blew the whole thing up, and go from there, because I don't know where this is going to go, and I want to be honest that, again, sometimes it's good to kind of pump the brakes to say, I don't know where it's going to go. Let this, because it is big news, let it hash itself out, and then we kind of look and see what's going from here. But again, they haven't broke any lows, which again, we want to look to see if they've broken any type of previous low. So you got 1 low, 2 low, 3 low, 4 low. They haven't even come and tested this 700 psychological level, which we've already pointed out would be some type of support. Now, I don't like that it just came in and rolled back into this, but again, it's kind of warranted with where the markets are going. That's why we start these videos with the market recap versus anything else. Tesla is still dumping, and I wanted to show you guys that not in this newsletter, but actually the week before, I actually posted something on Tesla. And again, those of you who have gotten that newsletter, please make sure that people think that I'm not Monday morning quarterbacking this thing. But here's the what I posted on Tesla. Okay, after an epic $100 move and off of February's lows, Tesla's continued to show some weakness in the last earnings report. This weakness shows a huge price reversal that could be set up for more downside. Break of this week's low with volume, we could see potentially 170 to 140 prices in the latter part of the year. I didn't think they was going to come so quickly to break 200, but I'm not mad at it, and just wanted to show you that as well. So again, if you want to get this newsletter, it's free. I'm building this stuff up. I'm starting to build out my website, get stuff in order. If you want to see, things like this. And again, there's other positions that might not be setting up to be, I have stuff on crude that I put in regards to looking at a downtrend, you know, where we are in regards to the price action on the ES using my, trend line right there. Even stuff that set up that didn't be, look right. Again, I thought that LinkedIn, again, how the hell would I know that they had an acquisition? And huge 50% rip down. I didn't know that they were going to be, gap up and bought by Microsoft. So again, I want to keep things as real as possible. This is for real trading. Russell 2000, I said, also setting up for that. And currently just, again, I put this stuff out there and I take a lot of time to put these things together to make sure that there's a quality product going out to you guys. And right now, looking at even Google where it is now, I'm not sure. So I put in this in the newsletter just passed. Okay, it looks like it's setting up to be weak. But again, we'll see what happens with this BritX. But again, it is setting up, and this price pattern right here is a very difficult one to trade, which I talk about on my videos daily. Okay, I don't want to go too long in this, but we'll see what happens. And again, you could keep your powder dry until something happens and you get some clear direction. Let the trade come to you. Take care.